Joining us now is Sam Stanton, the Executive Director of Maryknoll Lay Missioners, and he joins us in studio to talk about the missionary zeal here on This Is the Day, and thanks so much for being with us.
Thank you, Jim.
Very much appreciated.
Great to be here, my pleasure.
Well, you know, everyone's heard about Maryknoll, and Father Reed has a magazine, so on and so forth. Tell us about the Maryknoll Lay Missioners and their history and their vision.
Well, Maryknoll Lay Missioners was started really out of the vision of the Maryknoll Fathers and Brothers and the Maryknoll Sisters after the Second Vatican Council as a way to incorporate and invite lay people to participate in the universal mission of the Church. So we were established in 1975. We're going to celebrate 40 years this year, a big celebration in August. We're looking forward to it.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much. And since that time, almost 700 U.S. Catholic laity have gone to mission with us. It's not a short commitment. It's a 3.5 minimum commitment, 3.5 years, wow. And in 29 different countries around the world. So the impact is great. Many have continued. We renew the contracts each 3 years, and many have returned to their ministries in their local area, their local dioceses and states. Mm-hmm. So it's a tremendous movement. Then we were a program for about 20 years. In 1994, we were established as an Association of Christ Faithful and a not-for-profit organization within the state. So we're still very much a part of the Maryknoll family, but we are a separate organization, and we have to raise our own funds and have our own structures at this point.
Okay, Sam, now let's talk about Pope Francis.
Pope Francis, oh, okay.
You know, he's calling us to mission.
Absolutely.
He's calling us to be a poor church for the poor. He himself, as I mentioned at Mass this morning, goes out to people on the periphery. So in word and deed, this all must be music to your ears.
It is music. He's the best advocate, our best friend, you could say. We have 9 missioners who work in the Archdiocese of Sao Paulo in Brazil. They were all involved when he visited Brazil for the Latin American Bishops' Conference a few years ago. It was just dynamic, just dynamic. So yes, his words, his call, I think really his call to all of us from baptism, that mission is something that we have to participate in as Catholics.
Mm-hmm. So it's a 3.5-year commitment. Mm-hmm. What do they do? What is some of the work that they're involved in?
We have 5 focus ministries: healthcare, education, sustainable development, pastoral ministry, and justice and peace. So all of our ministries and works have to fall within those rubrics. So people bring their talents, bring their professional skills, their preparation to mission, and a part of that, of course, the base is their commitment as people of faith. So a doctor that is going to attend to the sick will do that in the name of Christ, but also participate in his or her parish, the Christian community in the local area. But really to share their skills and their faith with people around the world, those on the margins of society.
Now, many of us grew up with Maryknoll magazine, but I have in my hand yet another publication called Voices of Compassion. You publish a couple times a year. This is a great way for people to learn more about your tremendous work, isn't it?
Absolutely. We would still have our articles. Almost every Maryknoll magazine, you would see an article about laity, Maryknoll Lay Missioners. But we initiated this publication as a way to specifically speak to Maryknoll Lay Missioners, what we're about, and to promote. We passionately believe that in today's reality that the laity must step up to the plate and participate in the mission of the Church, working with our priests and religious around the world. And it's a key point today in the Church.
Mm-hmm. So what type of person would do this? Because it's a long commitment, but it seems like a great experience too.
Tremendous experience, and we have families, singles.
Really?
Yes,
families can do it?
At one time in Latin America, my mission country was Chile. I was 19 years in Chile. I'm a father of 3, now a grandfather. My children were raised in Linares, the southern diocese of Chile. Went to school there, graduated from high school, then came up to university here. And at one time in Latin America, we had 90 children, lay mission children, and young people that are doing great things around the world today. So family is a part of our mission. So singles and couples and couples with children is a part of who we are.
What about speaking the language? So if there's someone out there who's very interested in this but does not know, and we'll talk about South America right now, does not understand Spanish, is that an obstacle?
Well, what we do is after you've gone through the application process, which is fairly rigorous, and been invited to join us in mission, then you're assigned to a country. After going through orientation at Maryknoll, New York, if you're going to Latin America, then you would go to language school for Spanish before starting your mission. The same thing in Cambodia, for example, would also study Khmer before going into mission. So language preparation is a key part of being in mission in the countries.
And how does this help someone grow in their faith and their relationship with Jesus, make them come closer?
I think because we are a universal church, and to share the reality of others and their faith perspective from around the world is a tremendous experience and an experience of growth. And it helps our world. I think part of mission today is not only serving others and sharing the faith, but building bridges of understanding. And I think we could all say that our world needs more understanding and to build a world of peace. So building those bridges and getting to know other folks is a very, very important thing. And bringing that story back to our home communities here in the United States.
You know, I wonder if people know that the word mass comes from the same root as mission. We're all sent, and when we listen to God's word and receive the Holy Eucharist, we're sent on a mission. And I wonder if people realize that, and I wonder if people who want to know more about your work know where to go. How do they get this magazine? How do they learn more about the Maryknoll Lay Missioners?
The best way to get all of our information and how to become a Maryknoll Lay Missioner, for example, is to go to our website, which is www.mklm.org. Actually, the magazine is on the website, and then all of our contact information, you can be in contact with our recruitment department or with any office at the center, and we will send you the publications and be in contact. We are really, this past year, initiating our new strategic plan, and part of that strategic plan is really getting out there, spreading the word, and inviting people to be a part of us. One thing maybe to mention too that I think is very important, over our years, for many it has been a discernment in their own vocational process. I think right now we have 3 men who were Maryknoll Lay Missioners that are now Maryknoll priests, 2 that are brothers, 2 that are Jesuit priests, and 1 woman who was just elected to the Maryknoll Sisters Council leadership team. It's a Maryknoll sister, but she served 5 years with us in Venezuela.
Well, Sam, it's a great, great opportunity for people. Thanks for sharing it with us and making it up here to be on the program today.
It's my pleasure.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.